Wow, wow, wow. Now that is the taste of Asturias in a can. Hola Spain lovers, hola food lovers, Stuart here with another food review video. And when you think of Spain, you most likely think of paella, you think of tapas, you think of slow cooked meals coming straight out of grandma's kitchen, right? But what if I told you that a lot of Spain's most traditional dishes can also be found in cans, and that many people here in Spain actually eat them regularly? Today I'm diving into the world of Spanish canned meals with three classics. We have Garbanzos con Espinacas, we've got Lentejas, Riojana, and this one here, Fabada Asturiana. All three from the famous brand here in Spain, Litoral. And I'm going to see whether these Spanish classics in a can are as good as the homemade variety or restaurant quality variety, or are they just a quick fix? Let's find out. Now, if you're not familiar with fabada, it comes from the north of the country, a place called Asturias. Fabada Asturiana is the name. And what we've got going on here, as you can see in the picture, is a rich bean stew with some meat thrown in there as well. We've got chorizo, we've got black sausage, and we've also got pancetta in the bean stew there. All of the ingredients in this can are 100% natural, according to the logo there. But I'm also going to run it through the Yuka app and see if we have a healthy product on our hands here. So let's open up the Yuka app and scan the product, and we've got 84 out of 100, which is excellent, as we can see there. I'll put the full detail on the screen for you guys to see. So it seems that I have a healthy product on my hands here. Let's crack the tin and see what we've got going on. Okay, so we've got the rich red stew. There's a huge piece of pancetta on top here, and the smell, exactly what I would expect a fabada to smell like. You can smell the smokiness. There's paprika in there as well. And wow, I'm looking forward to heating this up. Stay tuned. Now, the first thing I'm going to say, and even though I'm not an expert on this dish, I'm not from Asturias, I'm not from the part of the country where this dish originates from, but I'll tell you what, it looks pretty authentic. Now, obviously, given the ingredients that we've got in this dish, the beans, the pancetta, the chorizo, and the black sausage, it's a winter dish, and this would be something that you have on a cold winter's day here in Spain to warm you up, and you wash it down with a nice glass of red wine. This, I reckon, is going to be an absolute treat, and we'll see if it lives up to its reputation as one of Spain's principal comfort foods. Let's see. Let's firstly try some of the broth. Well, we'll get a bean in there as well. Wow, wow, wow. Now that is the taste of Asturias in a can. It's smoky, it's hearty, and most importantly, not too salty. And the beans have this amazing texture to them, and they're perfectly cooked. The colors are absolutely amazing, and as I mentioned before, there's a smokiness about it as well, and I reckon it's pretty authentic. Now, let's try some of this sausage with a bean. So again, everything in this dish seems to be perfectly cooked. Let's try the chorizo. Again, this is really good. Pancetta. I'm going to say I am thoroughly enjoying this. Let's finish it off. A bit of bread to mop up. Fundamental here in Spain. Wow, check that out. An absolute treat. Now, time for can number 2. Next on the menu today, we have lentejas a la Riojana, another classic here in Spain, another comfort food par excellence. Ask 100 people here in Spain what their favorite dishes are, and I guarantee that this one is in the top 10. Maybe not from a can, but that's what we've got on the table today. I've gone for the healthier version. We have 30% less fat and salt, so trying to balance the food today a little bit. Also 100% natural ingredients, and I'll run it through the food app and see the score there too. So Rioja-style lentils, excellent, 90 out of 100. So I'm on some winners today, I reckon, as far as healthy food is concerned. And believe it or not, coming out of a can, this is a healthy alternative. Now let's crack it open. Some juice has come out of the top of the can. There we go. So the liquid seems to be runnier than the first can that I tried, but we'll heat it up and see what the taste is like, which is the most important thing. Back in a jiff. So dish number 2 on the table now, and this is one of my favorite meals in this country, Rioja-style lentils. We've got lentils, we've got vegetables in here as well. And what makes it the Rioja style, I believe, is the chorizo that is in there as well, which gives it that extra flavor. And as I said, one of my favorite dishes. And throughout the winter months, I would have this on a weekly basis, I would say. Lentils are one of the most common home-cooked meals here in Spain because they're cheap, they're filling, and they are packed full of flavor when done in this way. Let's see what the food's like. The litoral variety of this dish. Let's see. And again, no complaints whatsoever. This is a dish that is packed full of flavor. The lentils are perfectly cooked, all of the vegetables are perfectly cooked, and the broth is extremely tasty. And don't forget that this is a meal that's going to fill you up quickly. Also a winter classic here in Spain, and every restaurant that does a menú del día will have this dish on the menu at least once a week. Again, Spanish comfort food at its best. Let's try the chorizo. Only one thing left to do. You got it. So, can 2 done and dusted. 1 to go. And the third and final can that I'm going to crack open today, another classic here in Spain, a vegetarian option which is important. Chickpeas, garbanzos, con espinacas. So chickpeas with spinach, and we can see the picture there. Also 100% natural ingredients, important. Let's run this one also through the food app Yuka and see what the score they give us is. 78 out of 100, as we can see there. So a lower score than the other 2 dishes that I had. What's the problem with this one? Doesn't really say, just 78 out of 100. Protein seems to be good, fiber, energy, saturates, sugar, low sugar, and salt, low impact. So again, a healthy option and one for the vegetarians. So let's crack it open. That's a tough one. See what it smells like. Let's heat it up, get it into a plate, and back on the table. Back in a minute. So dish number 3 on the table now, another classic here in Spain, chickpeas with spinach. Garbanzos con espinacas in the local language. Not sure where this one originates from. I think it might be the south of the country, Andalusia, but don't quote me on that. If anybody has more information, let me know in the comment section below as to the origins of this dish. But another classic, another traditional dish here in Spain is this one here, and also importantly for vegans, vegetarians, it doesn't have any meat in it, unlike the first 2 dishes that I ate today. So a vegetarian option is this one here. And the aromas that are coming up off this one, amazing, smells lovely, a hint of garlic coming up there as well, and the color of the broth is amazing. Let's taste it. Again, exactly what I would expect with this dish. I've had it in restaurants, I've had it homemade as well, and very, very similar. Let's see how tender these chickpeas are. Can't fault it. Now the thing with all of the dishes that I've had today is that they're known as platos de cuchara here in Spain, or spoon dishes, and as I said, winter comfort food, all of these dishes here. Spaniards love this type of food, and I do as well. It's a simple meal, it's a healthy meal, and it's a nourishing meal. And I'm going to say that the company that makes these dishes is doing a pretty good job, and no, I'm not sponsored by that company. Spanish cuisine, I don't think, is known for its vegetarian options. Sure, there are some out there, but a lot of these dishes you'll find pancetta, you'll find chorizo, you'll find black pudding in them, and not really vegetarian, right? But this one here, one of the vegetarian or vegan classics in the country. And I reckon this would be a dish that a lot of people serve up at Easter time during Lent. Last spoonful, and I'm going to say this is filling. Mop up with a little bit more bread. And that's the third dish done and dusted. Time for my final thoughts on the food that I've eaten today. So, time for my final thoughts, and after eating those 3 canned dishes, the big question is, are they as good as the real thing? Are they as good as the meals that you're going to get in somebody's kitchen? Are they as good as those meals in a restaurant? That's the question. And I'm going to be honest about this and say that they are not as good as the meals that my mother-in-law makes, but they're pretty good. The average person to make the dishes that I have had today would spend hours buying the ingredients, soaking the ingredients. For example, the chickpeas need to be soaked overnight, and you go and buy it in a can and you get almost the same quality, in my opinion, of course. Could you eat those dishes on a daily basis during the winter months here? Absolutely. We saw that they are quite healthy too. So personally, I think that the 3 things that I tried today are decent quality food options here in Spain, albeit out of a can. And for the price, you can't go wrong. The lentils were €2.95, the Asturian stew was €4.95, and the chickpeas with spinach, €2.15. So total price for those 3 cans, just over €10. So as you can see, not expensive at all. My ratings, starting with the Asturian bean stew, fairly simple, 4.8 out of 5. The lentils, another high score, 4.4, simply because they weren't as tasty as the ones my mother-in-law make. And the final thing that I had, the chickpeas and spinach, 4.5. And the most important thing about the meal today is that I enjoyed every single dish. Questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. Have you tried some of these Spanish classics in a can? If you have, let me know your opinion in the comment section below. And if you would like to try them on your next trip to this country, also let me know in that comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video when I publish it. Until the next one, bon appetit from the center of Spain.